So now, let's get into the conspiracy. The conspiracy is obviously the Wooo and Choo situation. You know, now you're serving, how many years are you into your robbery bid before you get hit with that conspiracy charge?
Few months.
Few months, damn. So, did they have any name for it? Because they always have these names.
Yeah, it's the operation of the tidal wave.
Oh, yes. Operation of the tidal wave, because wave gang, this and that. Was it that? Like,
yeah, wave gang, STARZ, yeah.
Gotcha. Now, I remember reading things, and this is not me making a joke out of it, so I hope no one gets offended, but they were saying, like, I think the cops were saying, if a Choo would catch a Wooo, they'd be like, I just clapped somebody off the surfboard or something. Was that real thing?
Nah, that was just raps. Like, that was somebody's lyrics that they...
Okay.
You feel me? That they try to, like, spin out of... Like, at this time, when we caught out conspiracy, they was, like, just starting trying to use a lot... And I ain't gonna say just starting, because they probably was doing it way before us.
Mm-hmm.
But I know they was making it a big thing where they were trying to use lyrics as evidence for our case. You feel me? So...
Gotcha.
They were just trying to, that was somebody's lyrics. That's like that.
Okay. Now, did y'all know that was coming? You know, cause y'all young. Yeah, this is new.
Yeah.
Okay, and y'all had never seen any neighborhood get hit with a sweep or anything like that before, right?
So we was the first, like modern day. We was the first indictment.
Yeah.
We was for our generation. We was the first state indictment.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, you get hit with conspiracy. Is it conspiracy to commit murder? Conspiracy? What was it? Because I know there's so many different conspiracies.
So we had different counts. We had over, I forgot how much counts, but it was like conspiracy to murder, conspiracy to attempt murder, conspiracy to guns, conspiracy to money laundering. We had different conspiracies.
Yeah, okay. So I'm looking at this right now, right? I see conspiracy in the first degree, conspiracy in the third, murder in the second degree, assault in the first degree, and there's so many different counts. 6 counts, 2 counts, reckless endangerment, criminal possession of a weapon. I guess yours was like that, like,
yeah.
Gotcha. Now, as I'm looking at this indictment, one of the big situations that I see is the murder of Daniel. And the reason why I'm even pointing that out is because I remember interviewing Tay-Mac. And Tay-Mac, I was like, when did this all become serious for you? And he says, you know what? It became serious for me when Daniel died. And I remember when I posted that clip, I didn't know who Daniel was, rest in peace to him, but I seen a lot of people, like rest in peace, saying good things about him. So now as I'm seeing this in the indictment and it's saying, hold on, it's saying a dude, Gilberto Vicente, or is the one that, committed the murder, And nothing that I'm saying is things that people don't know. This is everybody's either serving time or served time for this. I'm just, we having a discussion. Yes, we are pushing peace, but we just talking about things that happened in the past and what led up to where we are now. So this gentleman, I guess, is responsible for that murder. Now, Gilberto Vicente is charged with the murder of Daniel, who was on the Wooo side. So now, from what I'm reading, it says on or about August 31st, 2011, Gilberto Vicente, acting in concert with Culture Bermudez, shot Daniel, I guess that you pronounce it, Daniel Allays, causing the death of Daniel Allays. Just for context, Gilberto Vicente is Chuck, right? Or am I bugging? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's a yes. And I think the next name, Culture Bermuda, as everybody knows as Coach. Now, why did they? Again, whatever I could get into, whatever I can't, you let me know. He's being charged with the murder, but why are they saying Coach was acting in concert with him?
First and foremost, Coach never made no shot about, like, I don't even know why they even got him.
Yeah.
Tied with that. They were just trying to fish to do whatever. But I guess, which is part of our indictment, that Coach was locked up for a lot of this. So Coach used to be on the phone. You know, we young at this time, so I guess he was on the phone basically, you know, upset, angry, like, yo, bro, whatever. And I guess that put...
Okay, so at that time, y'all had lost a few people. AC passed away at that time?
AC passed away, I think, at that time. AC passed away.
Ock passed away.
Ock passed away first. AC, that was it.
Yeah. How did those... I want to get back to this story, but how did those deaths, rest in peace to both of them, how did they affect you? And did you have direct relationships with the two gentlemen, AC and Ock? I
had direct relationship with both. Ock is just as well as family.
Yeah.
Than anything. His death impacted me a lot. That was one of my first close friends that passed away. That affected me big because I was in jail for my gun charge. I was in jail for my gun charge at the time. And when he passed away, it was like, damn, bro, like, that was the only bro that sent me $50. Like,
yeah,
we young at this time. I wasn't looking for none of my bros, but he was the only one that went out his way to send me $50, bro.
Yeah,
you feel me? So that really touched. When AC died, it was like they gotta feel that. Whoever gotta feel that. I ain't for me. It was just I was on that type of time. Feel me?
Gotcha. And then, so I guess yes. So now I guess Coach is on the phone. Everybody's on the phone. Everyone's young. People's not. You know, everybody misses that. This call is being recorded. I think even grown people miss that. So young guys, obviously, it's like you're not gonna really put two and two together. Like, yo, bro, they're recording everything. So I guess everybody's frustrated, emotional about the people passing, and it's like you talking out of anger, and things happen, and you was on the phone saying this, so you're involved.
Right.
Now, Daniel passes away. Again, whatever you could say. When T-Mac was here, he was saying Daniel's not really into that lifestyle. Maybe he lived in the area or lived around the area, but he's not into that lifestyle. To your knowledge, did you know of Daniel to be like in the life, or he's more like just one of the guys from the neighborhood?
To my knowledge, I ain't know of him, none of that. Like, so I can't really say if he was in the field or not in the field.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't know, but I just know from what I heard he was just like a basketball player or something like that. Like, he wasn't into the streets or nothing like that.
Yeah.
That's from what I heard. But
yeah. Gotcha. But at that time, how did both sides view guys who were just living in the area but not involved? Was there a pass for them, or was it kind of like, y'all not getting no pass? Y'all from the area, we see y'all, it's up with y'all too?
I feel like it depended on who, but majority, like, if you was from that side, that's just what you is. Like, are you from over there? Or
yeah. That's
just what it was. Like, so if a person saw a dude that was jacking, he was from Garvey at this time, 9 out of 10, he's her stars or show, and they was probably going to do something to him.
They not even waiting for you to be like, yo, no, I'm not.
Once you say, you know what I mean? People probably got they that really wasn't a part of anything, but they just from Garvey or they just from Tin Amboy or Suffolk or Glenmore, and they just got their ass because they saying, I done saw people not be a part of it, but then pick up on their hood lingo. and got their ass whooped.
You know what's crazy but they gotta be aware to not speak like that. You feel me?
Just as well as like a lot of the weight game dudes, they was dancers. They was doing the all in.
Oh.
You know how many people got their ass whooped that wasn't gang affiliated that was doing all in at parties and shit like that?
Yeah.
Not for real. Like we done walked in spots where it's like we just see all in. Oh yeah, we got one.
Yeah.
And we came here to have fun. But once we saw that right there, it's like.
But it's kind of crazy because y'all came in to have fun. Somebody was having fun, but nah, wrong fun, bro. Wrong fun.
Wrong
Not this.
dance. You did the wrong dance, bro.
Oh man, son. All right, so going back to this. All right, Daniel passes away. They pick up Gilberto Vicente, who goes by the name Chuck. Now, I know, like, I guess there was some discrepancy with y'all and him because some people feel like, well, I'll say this: do most people feel like, and I have the paperwork here, but do most people feel like he told, or do most people feel like what he wrote down wasn't telling? What's the overall consensus of it? And I will read it after, but I want to know what.
I feel like most people that know of the situation know he did bad.
Yeah.
Morally,
yeah,
I feel like certain people look past it.
Yeah, because they love him.
Because they love him, they f with him, or they just ain't see. Probably.
Was he a tough guy? Like, was he a scary individual?
Chuck is like that.
Yeah.
Chuck is like that. Like, he's not no... Most the person could say is Chuck can't see. Other than that...
What do you mean he can't see?
He's blind.
Oh, he wear glasses or something?
He
or?
probably wear glasses now, but, you know, it's most... But he's going to fight you whether he win or lose.
Yeah.
And if he lose, you better know, look over your shoulder because he's on that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't take that from him, you know?
Can I say this? And I asked Nino this question, and I always ask people this question because I just have to ask. Although this man did write a statement, does the fact that you love him play any part in you saying, yo, you know what? I might not be able to do street things with you, but as a person, as an individual, as a human, I love you and I could talk to you, but on some street stuff, you're cut off? Or is it like, nah, you tell, all relationship is done, don't talk to me? I asked Nino this question about a family member of his, so I would pose the question to you. If Gilberto Vicente, hope I'm pronouncing the name right, if you've seen him, could there be a conversation outside of street politics? Or it's like, no, we can't speak?
Nah, for sure we could talk. We could chat.
Yeah.
But on some street shit, nah. Yeah. On some, like, where a person is at in life today, yeah, we could chat. Yeah. Other than that, like,
nothing to talk about.
We just gonna keep it, you know? We gonna set some type of boundaries and shit.
Yeah.
That's what anybody that, I don't care if you my brother, my father, my uncles, you told, not like that, and you a street dude, I'm distancing myself from you. Like, we can, oh yeah, yo bro, my daughter is having a sweet 16 or whatever it is. Or I'll be supportive, like, or whatever, but on some, yo, bro, come chill with me. Come vibe. I feel like I can't do that, bro. It's over.
Yeah. Would Pete, now let me ask you this. Could you not do it because you personally don't want to do it? Or could you not do it because the way it would be perceived to others?
It don't got nothing to do with it perceiving to others. It's more on my principles, my morals, and what I stand by.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. So I guess like on September 1st, 2011, I guess he writes something for, there's a detective who writes the statement. Well, he's talking to, I guess he writes this to the detective. He says, I was by my house at, I'm not going to say the address. Rel came by. I guess Rel comes to pick him up. I jumped into the BMW. We started to head over to Setlo. I have a problem with some guys. And I'm going to scroll down a little bit. But I guess they're going back and forth. And then it says across the street, they meet up with Bam. Bam, as you told us before, is obviously one of y'all, at that time, one of y'all ops. And some guy wearing an orange rugby jersey with green stripe and yellow number 3 on the back. I'm in the passenger seat. I grab the gun and get out. Bam and the guy in the jersey go to the right. I see the gun in the jersey with a gun. I see the guy in the jersey with a gun. I let off two shots. One at the guy in the jersey and one at Bam. Now this is, I do want to know this. If they say Daniel passed away, was Daniel the one in the jersey? He's the basketball player. I see the guy in the jersey with a gun. If he's saying, not, and I'm not trying to like, because they said this was a good kid, he's not into those things, so I'm not trying to put anything on him, but if this guy is saying that an orange rugby jersey with a green stripe and yellow number 3 on the back, and he had the gun, is that the kid that passed away?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
I just know, and what you read to me, fucked up a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people, like, I'm not gonna say they disowned them, but fell back from bro with that situation.
Yeah.
Me per se, like, we had this conversation, brother to brother. You feel me? I ain't jacking that statement. Like, I feel like that statement is some rash. Like,
yeah,
ain't no way that I'm giving a description of anybody or naming somebody that I got beef with and saying that I saw an object or whatever it is. I just feel like that's doing bad.
Gotcha.
You feel me? Like, okay, you did what you did. You heard, cool. But now to mention others and whatever described it,
it's a little
crazy.
too far. Gotcha. Man, you know, now obviously this person in the jersey passes away.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's one thing.
Okay. That was the correlation I was trying to make. If the person in the jersey passed away and they're saying Daniel passed away, then that would be the man with the gun. You know, I'll find that out. I'll make some calls. But man, rest in peace to Daniel. And I understand. I'm not in the streets, but I just feel bad for this Chuck guy. Only because I'll say this. I think a lot of people got involved in the streets, and I know everyone living the street life says, yo, you know what you was getting yourself involved in. I disagree with that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's nobody who sits you down and tells you what that feeling is going to be like when you facing football numbers. It's similar. I like to tell people, like, every girl I told, I want to get married. You don't know what being married is. You don't know what that feels like. No one sat you down to teach you how to be a wife, how to be a husband. It takes a lot to pour into your marriage every day. So similar to street life, we might know, like, on a surface level, no snitching, certain things, but people don't know how to handle certain situations. So I do feel bad for both people, because I feel like everybody in this situation is a victim. Even people who feel like they forced to get into the street life, you a victim. You know what I'm saying?
You know when you was young? Well, yeah. I remember in my time when I was young, and I used to tell on my brother.
Yeah.
Right? I used to get ass whoopings. Like, even though I'm doing the right thing, I used to get my ass whooped, bro.
Yeah.
Like, stop telling, right? I just felt like me growing up, implementing that in my life, is just how I am now. Like,
Yeah.
I still be feeling like certain things, certain conversations, like almost telling, even when I be having with my moms, like, so it's like, I don't know, bro.
Nah, I get that. I get that.
My message to the kids, this is what I be trying to tell the youth now, like, this pushing peace and saving the next generation, all this applies to y'all because it's like, a lot of kids be making decisions on their own, and then when they get placed in situations like this, they crack. So it's like, yo, bro, like, they know that this is not them, but they is trying to improve the next person or whoever when it's like...
Yeah, they try to prove it to somebody else. But I would ask this, do you think all the guys that told thought they would ever be telling? I would have to say no.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
Answer that right. I'm gonna say no, but then again, it's like, it's not even about no. It's certain things that I just feel that a person just know that they are not, like limits that they know that they'll go and not go.
Yeah.
It's just certain things that within myself that can't nobody like teach this or drill in me. It's certain things that you drill in yourself, like, yo, when you look in that mirror, like, yo, bro, I didn't spend a lot of time, like, really, like, not saying, like, talking to myself, but really, like, you know, it's like, you know, certain things I'm just not doing.
Yeah.
And it's just that.
Yeah. You know you.
Right.
I feel like a lot of people don't know themselves.
That's the problem. They'd rather put an image on and keep losing themselves than really looking in the mirror and trying to learn themselves.
Yeah.
They trying to be like this person right here, though.
So after y'all get wind that he tells or whatever the case may be, is there ever any conversation with him?
With me and him?
Yeah, you or any of the guys.
Yeah, we had our one-on-ones. We had our one-on-ones, like, after the situation. Like, I told him how I wasn't acceptance of what I read, what I saw. He kind of, like, said that wasn't his handwriting and all that.
Really?
So it was like a situation within the situation. So a lot of us, like, this is our cell phone.
Yeah. So if it wasn't his handwriting, I guess whose handwriting was he say it was? Did he say it was?
I think he said, like, I don't know who. I can't really remember. It was been like, what, a few years ago, like, 12 years ago or something.
I mean, I don't know if it says I hide there for a while. I guess he goes into hiding. I piss on my hands, so if I get caught, there will be no gunpowder. I wipe off my hand with my shirt. I then throw the shirt into the compactor, I believe that is. When I hear the police in the building, I walk out and get arrested.
Yeah, he just basically, you know, told on himself on the way out.
Yeah. Damn, man. Now, I know you said what you said. Like, basically, did you have a certain amount of love for this person?
Yeah.
What was your relationship, though? Was it tight, or was it just he wanted a bro?
Nah, it was tight. Like I said, he a frontline bro. It's not like he's a frontline bro.
Yeah.
He was putting on. We was tight.
Damn.
It just, we stand by certain shit, bro.
Yeah.
And that was one of the first bros that we, like, oh, we got paperwork, we got, all right.
Yeah.
There wasn't no favoritism, it wasn't none of that.
Was there anybody who did say, yo, you know what? I know bro told, but I don't care. I love him. That's my guy.
Not publicly.
Yeah. But do people still chill with him?
He booked. So.
He's still booked for this situation?
Yeah.
From 2011?
Yeah.
So what he told for? He gets locked up. He's still serving time for this. So that's like, what, 14 years already he did? Do you know how much time he doing in total?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he got like a dog. Yeah. I don't think he got no letter at the end of it. He should be on his way coming home soon. Wow.
Damn, son. Now, after this happens, this is obviously part of the conspiracy.
Yeah.
Does this happen and then everybody else start going to trial? Everybody starts getting picked up? Or
nah,
like...
that is, he actually got locked up. He got locked up for, him and Uzi got locked up the same day for they knockdowns.
Okay.
I say probably within a month or so. Like, right after they got locked up for that, we got indicted.
Damn. And how much time was you facing?
Me, they ain't really have much on me. I only had, the only thing they really had on me was me calling the meeting, a bunch of videos of people just saying free me.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So the time I was looking at from, I think the most I could have, if I'd have went to trial, I'd have probably blew to probably like 15.
Okay.
About, but I took a 2 to 6.
Got you.
And I ain't gonna lie, like I said, I think that was like one of my first offers, or my second offers. But I used to just tell my co-Ds, like, yo, listen, y'all got 3 court days to figure out what y'all doing. You heard? I'm taking this 2 to 6. I already got 3.5. Out of 2 to 6, I gotta do 4. So that's an extra 6 months.
Yeah.
I've been down for like a year now. So it's like, yeah, better figure it out. We got 3 more court dates. I'm copping out.
Yeah. Did anybody take their case to trial?
No.
Everybody copped out. I'm assuming this dude got the most time.
Yeah, on our side,
yeah,
he got the most time. Yeah.
Damn. Did you get to run into any like some of the guys that got locked up within the indictment?
Like any of my co-Ds?
Yeah, in there.
Hell yeah, we all was together in the 4 building.
Yeah.
Besides the people that was like adults, that was old enough to go with the adults, but majority of everybody, we was all young, so we was all in the 4 building together. Like when they first got indicted, the same day they came to the island, we went to Law Library. I told them to come to Law Library, meet us in Law Library.
Yeah.
So Hood Stars, Wave Gang, they all came to the library. Not knowing that me and Swipe at the time, we waiting for them, and Coco was there.
Yeah.
We was in the Law Library. We was waiting for them to pull up. Like we was fake on bullshit. But when they came through, and it was like, oh, basically how they held each other down against the Patias, Hood Stars and Wave Gang went against. They stood together, and for me, went against the Patias. That was like big a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's mad big. So, I've always asked this question. Like, you'll see guys beefing in the streets, and then they get locked up, and these are the people they gotta get together with. Mm-hmm. Defend. You might have to defend this person and all that. We seen it even with I interviewed Nazi BK. Certain people he had issues with while he was home. He was on Rikers with, rapping with, partying with, eating with, all that. So the question I would ask is, why does it have to be when it's forced upon you for you to realize, yo, you know what, this is somebody I could be at peace with? Why can't it be that in the streets?
It be a lot of people pride, bro. Like that's why, like me coming home from the feds and seeing like how that shit is in the feds, like for instance, like I always bring it up. Like if you was in the feds, right? Let's just say I'm a GD, but I don't want to go on GD count, right?
Yeah.
But I'm from New York, so I'm gonna go on New York count. Now, that's that GD. That's not on GD count, but he's on New York time, right?
Yeah.
So Wooo, right? He's Super GDK, he's Wooo. Let's just say he's blood, but he don't want to go on the blood count, but he stay on New York time. Yeah. So now you got a GD on New York timing, and then you got a blood, Wooo, that's on New York timing. So now they in the same car.
Yeah.
But they rivals in the town.
Mm-hmm.
They've been clicking at each other and all that, right? The New York car is not going to crash behind them 2 individuals. Mm-hmm. Meaning that the New York car is not going to pick a side. Yeah. Oh, I fuck with you, whatever, so the other dude got to go to the box because he can't live here because we fuck with you more. No, neither one of y'all is bigger than the program. It's either one or two things y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna sit here and put that behind y'all, and y'all gonna be back to back in his yard together. Wherever he go, y'all gonna go, and if it's a situation, y'all gonna ride with each other, or both y'all gonna get the fuck up out of here. You feel me? So understanding that right there, where it's like, alright, that's right there is gonna force dudes' backs against the wall. Cause I don't care how tough a person is. You heard? You go to the feds thinking that you bigger than the program, they're gonna send you back in a box.
Yeah.
You feel me? So you'd rather be placed in a situation where you forced to do something, or you can make a decision on your own and understand like, yo, that shit, it's not that serious. Because if it's that serious, I'm not gonna have it force me to do something. But I'm not bigger than that, so it's like, what you gonna do?
Yeah. Fall in line.
You gonna fall in line.